But I'm telling you why we're doing this. For the listeners, and there's one in particular, and I got this email, and Brian, this is why that you and I are sitting here instead of out romping with the rabbits, laying their eggs so that the chickens will hatch new bunnies. I don't know what the is going on there, but
you don't know.
We should get some eggs out of the situation, but we're here servicing the people. And I hope the listeners of this show, by the time it's over with, feel like they've been serviced fully. Because of this email came, and this lady's, well, it's English is her second language. So I'm going to try to can't convey the meaning of a little bit of this, but she did a pretty good job. But you know, Brad, did you ever see? You're too young. You're just a mere whippersnapper. When I was a kid, in the '60s, one of the network TV shows was "Here Come the Brides." Have you ever heard of this program?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Well, it was a story of this logging camp in Seattle back in the 1800s. There were no women there, so they sent away for this contingent of mail order brides so they could all come out and find love and happiness there in Seattle. And one of the big lumberjacks was the big Swede, and he was the big fucking guy with the blonde hair, and he would talk like this, because I'm Swedish, like that. And when I was 5 years old, that tickled me to no end. And since then, every time anything in the Dutch, the Swedish, the Netherlanderese comes up, I hear that in my head because it was indoctrinated in me. So I'm going to have a little bit of lilt of this in my voice.
Did you like the Swedish Chef on the Muppets?
Well, see, I was already on the road as a teenage boy photographer by the time the Muppets was really big enough where I was steadily.
I don't think that's accurate at all.
Now, what the Muppets was a fucking, mid-late 70s thing, right?
77, maybe? They came
Okay, I'm already 16 years old and doing 3 shows a week. Come on. I don't have time for the Muppets.
Lazy.
But let me get back to the Swedes or the Netherlandese or what
the Nether people.
The Nether people. I'm going to butcher these names, and I apologize to the people that I got the email from and that I'm talking about. But the name Pleun would be Plune. Would it be Plune?
I don't know why you have to have that little accent on, but it probably would be what it is. That probably, sounds reasonable.
See, I can't say it because I was 5 years old when I'm watching the TV show and it indoctrinated me as a child, right?
Got it, yeah.
And Plune is from a place in the Netherlands called Apeldoorn, Apeldoorn?
That sounds pretty to the point, yeah.
So my name is Plune from Apeldoorn, the Netherlands. What that?
The email has no accent, by the way.
But I'm trying to speak the Netherlanderese or the neither. Nevertheless.
Yeah, you speak neither. That's right.
Plune continues. I won't read the rest of it with them, just the names. My husband has been fan of the WWE since he was a little boy. Now he is 43 years old. When we started dating, I, of course, had to watch all his wrestling videos, and now 20 years later, I can also listen to the Jim Cornette Experience and Jim Cornette's Drive-Thru podcast. And thank you, Plune. But then she goes on to say, I don't think I'll listen to your podcast without him, parenthetically, but maybe secretly I will by now. Thinking face.
Okay. Is she hitting on you?
No, because now this is a serious email. And I'm showing this is what gives us the motivation to do these programs in bad weather and holidays and
in bad weather, like with a mailman.
Well, we gotta get the message out.
In bad weather, we sit in our heated homes. The misery.
Remember the one time the heat went out? And we still did the show.
That's right, we did.
Anyway, she goes on to say, my husband's name is, and I get Fulco. Would it Fulco? Would that?
It sounds like it would probably be Fulco.
Fulco? My husband's name is Fulco. And he was the national head coach of the track cyclists. A few cyclists. I'm sorry, I have a lisp there. They ride bicycles around a track, right?
As implied, yeah.
Yes, as implied. A few years ago, he had a terrible accident with one of his athletes, which left him with post-traumatic stress syndrome and depression due to everything that happened the last few years. He cannot perform his job at the moment, and perhaps not again in the future. That's an awful and very painful scenario. Fulco has always been a professional cyclist, and besides cycling, he had no hobbies. But for relaxation, he watches and reads about wrestling. So that is the common thread in his life. And at this moment, your podcast is his anchor. And now I feel bad not only for Fulco, but also our podcast is his anchor. What, around his neck? How could things get any worse? Plune, I appeal to you. Get him a more productive hobby than us. Or at least more productive than Brian.
Or at least the experience. I mean, my show, we deliver for the people. I'm like, this shit show here.
All right, well,
this sloppy shop.
Plune has more to say. Recently, at the therapist, she asked him what kind of things give him joy in life, and he told her, listening to your podcast gives him joy and relaxation and helps him through the day right now. It almost makes me cry. And so, Jim, I want to let you know, and she's not mentioning your name anywhere in here. As a matter of fact, the subject of the email was thanks at Jim Cornette. So she has tossed thanks at me. It doesn't say thanks at Jim Cornette and Brian Last. So, Jim, I want to let you know how grateful I am that you are in our lives, or even better, in my husband's life with the podcast. Because without your podcast, I wouldn't know what Fulco would be like right now. So, Plune, we send our best. Even Brian, who you obviously don't really care about, or you would have mentioned him in this email.
Yeah, now I'm depressed.
And we're glad that he's doing better and hope that he has a full recovery soon. But
that's right. Get better, Falco.
I'm not gonna. That's not Falco. It's Fulco.
What'd you say? What? Oh,
Fulco. Falco is the guy that did fucking.
What song? Come on.
God damn it. Oh, God damn it.
That's
Falco.
not the song. That's not the song.
Was it Putting on the Ritz? Right?
He did,
No, what was it?
Was it One Night in Bangkok? No.
No, that's Murray Head.
Yeah, no, it was, did he do the original version of the Commissar? Is that what it is?
Oh, that's right. It's De Commissar. I was the funky beat.
Hold
of course,
on.
not putting on the. It's De Commissar.
Falco. Hold on.
Falco.
Let's clear this up. Falco.
This is not. He did not ride a bicycle.
He is from Vienna, Austria, originally.
Is he nowhere near the Netherlands?
And let's see his. If we go to his album here, the album Eisenhoft.
What?
He had the version of De Commissar.
Did you have beans for breakfast?
Einzelhaft, his debut album, and what a hit it was, with Der Kommissar on there before the other version in English, which went to #1. But then he did another song. Was it Putting on the Ritz?
No, because who did Putting on the Ritz though? Well, I think because I've now and Stace loves this song, and because it's in Young Frankenstein.
Rock Me Amadeus. That was the song I couldn't think of.
Falco.
Yeah, Rock Me Amadeus.
Oh, that's right. Amadeus, 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 Amadeus,
that song
Amadeus, 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 Amadeus. But at least the lyrics are fucking deep and meaningful. So who did Putting on the Ritz? Wait a minute. Who did Putting on the Ritz? Now I'm fucking pissed.
Hold on.
I've just gone blank. I've had a brain fart, ladies. Here on Easter Sunday. Not an egg fart, but a brain fart. And poor Plune thinks we're done with her and Fulco.
Taco,
not Falco. See, that's what the goddamn it.
Well, either way, get better, Plune and Fucko. We are rooting for you.
No, stop it. Now you can't do that to the people.
Falco.
No, not his. Is he still alive, by the way?
Hold on, I'm on Taco. Let me go back to Falco. Falco, this is his album, Falco 3. Falco, the musician, he died February 6, 1998, at the age of 40.
What the fuck happened?
It says he died between Villa Montellano and Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. Between
What do you
them?
mean died between?
Yeah, was he on a plane? What the fuck?
What did somebody shoot him? What happened? 40 years old, he's in the prime of life. Rock star.
Falco died of severe injuries suffered on 6 February 1998 at the age of 40 when his Mitsubishi Pajero collided with a bus on the road linking the towns that I previously mentioned in the Dominican Republic.
Well, that's how you can do it in the middle of them, I guess.
He was planning his comeback.
Well, I didn't even know he had gone away.
After the fire. That's who did Der Kommissar. That's right. Der Kommissar.
But Falco did it first.
That's right. Get well, Falco. Well, no, Falco's dead. Falco's dead. But Fucko's alive.
No, Falco.
Get well, Fucko.
Falco did Der Kommissar first, before, after the fire, then...
Yes. Before, after the fire.
No, Earth, Wind, and Fire did that. After the fire is gone.
What'd you think when Earth, Wind, and Fire got out of the space outfit? I don't know what you call it.
You didn't even catch that. Go ahead. What now? What are you saying?
When Earth, Wind, and Fire changed their look, when they tried to get that 80s look and they got kind of rid of the classic 70s spaceman.
Yeah, they traded the fucking, mothership Lost in Space outfits and the goddamn David Copperfield magic for bandanas. Yeah, no, I didn't think much of that. Earth, Wind, and Fire in fucking late 70s, early 80s was an amazing live. They were disappearing and reappearing all over the place and in and out of pyramids, and levitating in the air, all kind. They had David Copperfield doing their fucking trick choreography or illusion.
Did they really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, if you held a gun to me, I would say, let me go down and check my event program from the time, but I believe that he was credited. It was one of those famous musicians. I'm going to put my money on Copperfield. Now that you're goddamn grilling me about it, I'm just saying it was an amazing thing. The pyramid would come down on Maurice, boom, and it'd lift back up, and he's gone, and fucking suddenly he comes up out in a flash of fucking purple light or whatever out behind the sound booth. That was a big deal back in those days.
He's in some kind of trouble now, too, isn't he, Copperfield?
Oh, I thought you meant Maurice White. I was yeah, he's in plenty of fucking trouble. He's dead.
Not Maurice. I was talking about David Copperfield.
Can't get more serious than that, can it?
I think Copperfield may have tried to cop a feel or something.
What did he do now? I mean, how old is he? Has he got to be 70? What the fuck's going on with him?
He is 67 years old. He's an illusionist. And is there any David Copperfield news? David Copperfield, the magic behind the true superhero, is an article. Jeffrey Epstein victim names magician David Copperfield in unsealed docs. Well,
oh, good Lord.
There may be a problem. There may be a problem. Here's another headline. From January of this year, David Copperfield performed magic tricks at dinner with Epstein accuser at late pedophile's home, according to court docs. Yeah, so before the article, the magic behind the true superhero 2 days ago, it was all stuff about him and Jeffrey Epstein.
Come on, maybe now in his benefit, his defense of somewhat, maybe Jeffrey Epstein, being a billionaire, just hired David Copperfield to do some card tricks at dinner. I mean, no one has actually seen any evidence of sexual.
No, he's an illusionist. No one saw anything.
Nobody saw.
He's the perfect guy to get caught up in this. You didn't see anything. There's nothing there. It's all an illusion.
So, but maybe that's what he's being accused of, is making his penis disappear. Now, have you ever thought of that? Yeah, that's something.
I don't know.
Think about and worry about. But it was so Falco and Taco and David Copperfield, Maurice White. We barely knew you.
But get well,
Plune. No, Plune's good. Fulco. We need Fulco to feel better.
Yes, we do. Get well, Fulco. We hope you enjoyed this nonsense, whatever this was.